Arcade Perfect, my arse.
Right, okay guys, welcome to another, it's been a long time since I've done one of these. This is Arcade Perfect, my arse. Apologies about complete lack of videos the last few months, so hopefully I'm going to kind of get my head back around making videos again. So anyway, yeah, this is Arcade Perfect, my arse. If you've not watched one of these videos, it's basically where I play an arcade game and then I play home versions and see if they're pish or not. Now this is Ikari Warriors, released in 1986 I believe by SNK, who basically made like the not Street Fighter, King of Fighters and Metal Slug games. Now this is actually, I think the original arcade game of this used was it a sort of trackball? Not a trackball, a spinner, I think. Now this is apparently a bootleg hack which enables the joystick, so obviously I don't have a spinner to use, so this is going to be played with the joystick. So let's, how do we start? Insert coin, there we go. Never ever played the arcade version of this. The only version of this I actually remember playing was the, I think it was Atari ST and the Commodore Amiga. Right, how do we start? Right, okay. If I remember rightly, I think you get tanks, don't you? Whoa, bollocks. Holy moly. Take that. Hey, there we go. Now I don't think, I know for a fact, you can play simultaneous 2 players at this game. It's obviously, it lends a lot to Commando. Personally, I don't think it can hold a candle to Commando. Commando's a classic game. I was never really a fan of this game, but bollocks. You can obviously see who the main character is modelled on. That was a quick game. Sylvester Stallone out of Rambo, which was immensely popular around about this time as well. It's not a game that you'd really, I mean, although I suppose, is it classed as a classic game? I don't know if it is. I don't know what you would call a classic game, but you never really hear of people talking about this game with any sort of fond memories. But like I said, this is really the first time I've actually played the arcade one, and I'm sure if you played it with the proper controls, it would be a lot more fun. Because I think the spinner allowed you to sort of rotate left and right to shoot, whereas I'm only really shooting diagonal and up, because I'm really not too sure, because I never played the arcade one. It is fiendishly difficult though, as I'm doing a cracking job to demonstrate. Yeah, let's go for one more go. Let's see if we can get off the first level. Unlikely, I'm sure. So I can only presume that you've crash landed on some hostile island. I don't even know what the... I'm just noticing you've actually got a finite number of bullets. Whoa. So you can't just go in all guns blazing like I've been doing. It is difficult. Because I don't know if maybe you're using the proper controls, it might be a wee bit easier. I'm not convinced. If we can just get inside a tank, we might stand half a chance. Come on. Right, listen, I've had enough of that. That is the arcade one. Let's take a wee look at some home versions. Right, okay, this is the Amstrad one. Now you can see there, it was all these versions were released by Elite. It's got a really dodgy looking main screen. Right, we want to go for joystick. Is it joystick 2, joystick 1? I've got no idea. Let's go for number 2. Select keys for toggle. Space. Select. I don't know what I'm doing here. 3. B. Right, let's see if we can start. Is this going to work? Right, it appears it is. Right, there we go. Right, you don't have the little intro with the plane crashing to start off with. Graphics aren't bad. Now I wonder how you do the... Do you hold down the fire button? Ah right, holding down the fire button launches a grenade. And pick up some power-ups. Ah, that sneaky little bugger came up from behind me there. Damn it. Nice use of colour. Scrolling's not sort of perfect, but you know what, it's absolutely passable. This game actually feels quite a lot like Who Dares Wins 2 on the C64. Although obviously it's a Carrot Warriors. What is that going to give me? Come on, I want to try and get into a tank. What is that? Is that going to explode? Kaboom! It certainly is. Is that me guy in Toka 3 or something? Plenty, I was going to say sprites, are technically not sprites, but plenty movement on screen at once. I don't know what the wee green guy does, but he gives you a kind of power up. Right, now there's a tank. Let's see if we can get inside the tank. Is it spacebar? I don't know. I've got no idea how to get inside the tank. Game over. Let's go for another quick shot. Boom! I would probably say that this is actually more playable than the arcade one. Like I say, the arcade one was designed for, I think it was a spinner, so you know it's probably a bit unfair to really judge it, considering we're not using the proper... That didn't even look like it was anywhere near me, but anyway. And what doesn't help when I'm playing some of these emulators is I'm playing them in tiny little screens. I mean, the screen I'm playing this on is probably, I don't know, 3 inches by 4 inches. Well, there's probably some way to extend the screen, but I've not figured out how to do it. It does play quite slow paced, which I actually think helps a game like this. But yeah, it's a really playable little version, this one. Is that a face? It looks like it's got a bloody smiley face in it. Can we destroy it? We certainly can. And I've destroyed myself in the process. Anyway, that's not too bad. That is the Amstrad one. Let's move on. Right, this one is Atari ST one. Now I do remember playing this one back in the day. And my memories weren't particularly good of it. So let's see if they're if that is warranted or not. So let's bar on. So let's see, start 1 player game. Is it number 1? I think it was. Yep, here we go. It's loading a wee bit. At least it's got the little intro bit of the plane crashing. Right, okay. Ah, bollocks. Come on, throw it that way. That's it. I've got to say, it's not bad. I mean, it looks pretty much like the arcade one, maybe slightly less colour, but I was never really a fan of the game. It's certainly got not bad scrolling now. We're going to automatically go in here. Right, come on, spacebar is it? How do we get in? Oh, there we go. At last. Now, I'm not too sure what the benefit of being in a tank is. Can I just drive over things? Alright, if you hold down the fire button, you poof. Oh damn, it's going to explode. Quick, get out and run. There is a bit of slowdown going on, you can probably see. Not sure why, it's not what I would term a really heavy processor intensive game. It's maybe just been the way it's been programmed. What would I know? I know absolutely nothing about programming, so. Damn it. Yeah, it kinda goes nice and quick. I always think the baddies in this game, they look more like police officers with sticks than actual. Ah, damn it. Right, I take it we can. Yeah, we can destroy that thing. Right, so the wee dude in red gives you kind of power-ups of some sort. Damn it. Right, that's not bad, you know what? It's, you know, it's not the greatest game. I don't think the arcade game is a particularly great game. But as far as arcade conversions go, that's not too bad. A bit slow down, but graphically wise, it looks kind of like it. It's got quite good colour. And most importantly, it actually plays like the arcade. So, that is Atari ST one. Let's move on. Yep, don't adjust your TVs, folks. This is the Atari 2600 version of this game. It's amazing just how many games came out for this. I don't know when it came out. Well, when you think about it, the arcade game came out in 1986, so it must have been at least after that. But it's mental to think that there were still some people playing this. It must have been because they wouldn't have converted games for it. Now, holding down the fire button does it? You don't actually get any explosion effect. But hey, there's a tank. Excellent. Wow, you can see the fuel running down extremely quick. Oh, another tank! Yeah, it looks like kind of an abri. Is that a helicopter? I'm assuming. Am I climbing up a ladder here or something? Or is it a train track? I'm really not too sure. Quite to say, the actual, if you look at the sprites, look at the colour in the sprites, there's kind of colour gradation going on there. That's quite impressive. Is it Ikari Warriors? I would what the hell happened there? Why did I die? I would say it's very, very, very loosely based on Ikari Warriors. Let's give that another quick go. Yeah, there's enemies are limited to say the least. You've got two on the screen at once there. can't really imagine anybody buying this back in, I don't know, 1986, 1987 and actually being happy with it. The fact that somebody has even bothered to try and convert a game like Ikari Warriors to the 2600 deserves a medal. Whether it's particularly worth playing is debatable. I'd probably say no. It's more than I would say it's probably more as a curio than anything. I mean, it's absolutely fine playing a game like this using an emulator, but would I've wanted to pay 40 quid for this? I don't think so. But anyway, you know, hats off to the Atari 2600 and whoever actually programmed that. So let's take a look at another version. Right, next up is the Spectrum one. You can see here, Elite Systems in 1987. Hey, it's going to be Kempston joystick, I think. Number 4. Toggle, yeah, I'm guessing toggle must be for the tank. So let's go for spacebar. How do we? Player 1 select. We've just done that, have we not? Oh, player 2. I don't want a player 2. Oh, I suppose we just need to pick something. Right, we'll go for number 6. Toggle can be L. Right, start 1 player game. Nice. Bloody hell, it's difficult. I like how what they've done with the colour here. They've not tried to make it super colourful, but you've got the grass at the side. It's green, obviously. Come on, why is that not wanting to die? Right, that doesn't want to die for some strange reason. There's certainly a lot of enemies on the screen. Graphics are nice and crisp. The game plays at a fair lick. I don't know why I'm trying to destroy that. Right, I appear to be completely out of bullets. So how am I supposed to destroy anybody if I don't have any bullets? Yeah, I've got bullets again. Yeah, don't kinda go big gun ho like I've just done. Yeah, graphics are well defined. Lack of colour, obviously. It is a Spectrum after all. Sound effects aren't bad. If I didn't know differently, I would have probably said this game was programmed by Joffa Smith. I don't know who programmed it actually. Is it going to tell us? I don't know. Let's go for another wee go. Where do we start? Is it 1, I think? Yeah, scrolling's not silky smooth, but again, it's a Spectrum, and we know that. But I don't think a game like this, it doesn't really detract for the gameplay at all. And it's got the quintessential Spectrum sound effects. I want to destroy this thing. Surely you must be able to destroy it. I don't think I've ever actually got off level 1 in this game, probably because I've hardly played it. It might actually be interesting to play it on my main cab and try and use a trackball for the movement. I don't know how it'll work. I better be a bit careful with my bullets. I'm still at 69, that's okay. Damn it. Oh, get that, whatever it is. Is it just me, or is it not really having any effect? The power up. I have no idea what the power up's supposed to be. Damn it. Right, anyway, listen, that's the Spectrum one. That is actually quite nice. Probably about the favourite or the best version so far. Another couple to go, guys. Let's crack on. Right, okay, this is the NES one, or the Nintendo Entertainment System, as my US counterparts would like to refer to it as. It's rather pink looking. Right, let's... how do we start this bad boy? Let's just go for one player. Here we go. Ah, we've got a little intro going on. Dodgy scrolling right enough. The one thing you always need to remember when you're playing, when you're comparing 8-bit versions or Commodore 64, start again, when you're comparing computer versions of this game, you need to remember we were paying, well, a tenner for them, but for an NES game you'd probably be playing about, I don't know, 24, 25 quid, something like that. So you would always hope it was going to be better. Throw grenades. Boom! I like the the larger playing field in this one. This is gives it a bit more scope. I always found the there we go. Yeah, even the arcade one felt quite restricted. Coming this way, I think. Take this bad boy. It's fuel, I think. Can you just drive over them? What's going on here? Yeah, when it goes on fire, you've got to basically jump out or else you end up dying. This is pretty damn good. But like I says, you would expect it to be better. You know, you're paying. Obviously, I think the NES hardware-wise was a bit more powerful than most of the computers. I'm not quite sure. Let's go for another quick go. What the NES does kind of lack is the colours. It's kind of washed out looking colours, but you know, I'm just being picky. But this is actually a really playable version of the game. Got the music as well. I'm doing absolutely pants. Is that game over already? I think it is. Right, anyway, listen, that's the NES one. And that is rather spiffing. Let's move on. Right, this is the Commodore Amiga one. You can right away, you can hear the sort of better sound anyway. Hey, player one, number one. I can't remember if I played Amiga 1. I certainly played it on the Atari ST. Oops. Right, I don't know why. Can you pauses there? No idea what's going on there. It's quick. It's certainly not sluggish like the Atari ST one. It's kind of pausing now and again. No idea what it's doing that for. Don't know. Might be the emulator. Right, how do we get in the tank? Is it space? Do you hold down the fire button? There we go. Yeah, I don't know why it's pausing. Don't know why it's doing that. Looks like I can't destroy that, can I? Can you just run people over? You certainly can. Graphically, it's pretty much like the arcade one. The scrolling's good. Oh, damn it. Right, quick, get out, run. lob a grenade there. I was going to say it's virtually impossible to lob a grenade because you end up getting hit with a bullet, but that's probably because I'm rubbish. Oh, come on, I didn't even touch that. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to play another game of that. I think I've seen enough of it. That's not bad. Like I said, it's pausing there, but I think that's probably, I don't know, probably the emulator or something rather than the actual game itself. But that's pretty good. It does kind of look and sound like the arcade one. And it's obviously got the two-player option like all the other versions. So I think we've only got one version to go, guys, then we'll do a wee summary. Right, okay, this is the Commodore 64 one. Now there's actually, I said this was the last version, there's actually two versions on the C64. This one was released by Elite, and there was also one released by Data East. So let's quickly get through all this crap. Right, okay, here we go. Now this is the only 8-bit version that we've played that actually has a little intro apart from the NES one. Well, there's certainly 10 out of 10 for the number of soldiers on screen at once. I've got to say, this is actually quite good. You can see there the scrolling is super slick. There is absolutely no slowdown to speak of either. Come on, no way! Let's go for another quick wee shot of that one. That's actually really good. Presentation's excellent as well, and it's obviously got good music. Now, I'm not biased. I mean, I do a lot of these arcade perfects, and although I was a C64 man, I always try and rate games as I find them, you know. Believe you me, there were some shocking arcade games in the C64. Right, anyway, that was an extremely quick game, so let's take a look. So that was the version by Elite. Let's take a wee look at the version by Data East, and then we'll do a wee summary. Right, okay, this is the second version, which I mentioned. This is on the C64, and this was released by Data East. Yep, don't know when it was. And hopefully these little red graphics aren't an example of the graphics in the game. How do we start? Alright, here we go. Okay, whoops. Right, interestingly in this version, you can appear to... water as well, so it's kind of slightly different. Which when you can't seem to go through bushes. What? Game over already? Right. Quite kinda, I don't know. I mean, the background graphics are actually really nice. You know, if you look at the kind of bushes and that, it's quite detailed. I'm not quite sure what to make of that version. Let's give it one more go. Other than the guys you see here, there appears to be... what happened there? Very few baddies. I think I I would err towards the Elite version, I think. Yeah, there's nothing really fundamentally wrong with it. It's just a bit bleh compared to the Elite one, I think. So anyway, listen, right, let's do a quick summary. That's the last version. Right, okay, that's the very last version. So, Ikari Warriors, are there any good versions and any crap versions? Well, I think there's probably a couple of each. Let me think. The Amstrad one wasn't bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Quite nice use of colour. A wee bit slow, but that was absolutely fine. Spectrum one, I quite liked that. It had obviously monochrome graphics, although the grass was green, but it played quite nipply. And yeah, really good version. The Atari ST one, graphically wise, it looked pretty much like the arcades. Obviously slightly less colour. There was a bit of slowdown. Yeah, but in the main, not bad. Commodore Amiga one is probably about the kind of closest I would say to the arcade, certainly in graphics and in sound as well. NES one, a nice version, yeah, I mean it's pretty good. Again, you'd expect that for what you would pay for the NES one. And lastly, I think the Commodore 64 one, the Data East one was a bit, nothing really wrong with it as such. But compared to Elite one, which I thought was excellent, that was really good. Really nippy, plenty of enemies on screen at once. Good sound, scrolling was really nice, and you know, quite good for a C64 game. It had quite good use of colour as well. So let me think. Oh, this is a toughie. Now I can't go by, when I do these, I can't go by, you know, I've got to go for what offers the most authentic version compared to the arcade. So even though, like, say the ZX81 did a cracking version, it's never going to be the best version to play. Now that's what I've got to do. I've always got to say what I would say is the most authentic one to the arcade. So probably in third place, I'm going to go for the Commodore 64. That's probably my favourite version, but it's not the most, you know, it's not the most arcade perfect one, but really nice version. In second place, I'm going to go for the NES one. I think it looks nice, it plays really well, but I think for me the best version of Ikari Warriors on, you know, to play in a home system would be the Commodore Amiga. It does play really well, it's got great sound, it's got really good scrolling, it kind of looks like the arcade one as well. So third place C64, second place NES, and first place the Commodore Amiga. As always guys, if there's a game you want to see get the arcade perfect My Arse treatment, please just put your comments below and I'll see what I can do. And as always guys, thank you very much for watching.